Are you ready for some football? I know Oakland isn't. Now a word from our sponsor. Antonio Brown is one of the best players I've ever seen. He's also a little, let's say, difficult. He can be a smidge difficult from time to time. So, where to start? The Steelers traded him to Oakland for chump change. But before that happened, and this is very, very important, before the Raiders traded for Antonio Brown, he did an exclusive interview with Jeff Darlington in which he said this.
There's going to be general managers that want to know that that's not going to happen.
Bro, listen, I don't even need the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to prove nothing to anyone. If they want to play, they're going to play by my rules. If not, I don't need to play. The
Raiders traded for AB after this interview. After. So AB was in Oakland from March until the beginning of September, and in that time, a lot of stuff happened. Antonio Brown threatened to retire over not being able to wear the helmet that he wanted to. He got fined several times, missed a ton of practice, his foot almost froze off. Got into it with the GM, made Mike Mayock mad somehow. I have no idea how that happened. And then called him a cracker, which I'm allowed to use that word because my diet is still mostly gluten-based, and punted the football and said, "Fine that," in his face. And then they did. They fined him some more and then threatened to suspend him. He then apologized to the team, not Mayock, but the team. Came out with some sort of social media video that included a phone call with John Gruden, and it turns out John Gruden gave approval for his use in that video, which is crazy, but nevertheless happened. He eventually got released. Cost himself $30 million, which to most fans seems like a bad choice. But as Antonio Brown told you before you signed him,
the Steelers probably gave me 5 contracts, including extensions. Almost $100 million and change. I'm $30 million up cash. Like, what do you want to tell me? It don't matter. I don't even have to play. My dad was great. If I retire right now, I think I'm great.
He said this before he was on your freaking team. Before he was on your freaking team. How did you let this happen when he said all this before he was on your team? They released him on Saturday, and in less than 12 hours, he was a New England Patriot. Look, I'm not mad, Raiders. Really not. But you couldn't swallow your pride for 8 months, 1 season. I don't know how much longer Tom Brady's gonna play, but you couldn't just for 3 months. Hopefully the entire league has learned a lesson. When you are a reacher and not a settler in this kind of relationship, you need to know it. And also, you better pray that franchise quarterbacks never start behaving like elite level wide receivers. And you'll find out just how much your posturing about your power is about the position Antonio Brown plays instead of the man he is. And if you'd paid more attention to the man he is from day one, guess what? You wouldn't be in the situation you are today. Now please check out this awesome deal from our sponsor.